video. Hooba hubba hubba hubba. Today is going to be a little guide video for all you happy, motivated motherfuckers out there awaiting for the evolution of Cox rapage. Yes! If you're waiting in your room with a lot of lube, well then you can wait a little longer, because it only happens in about 7 more days. In this guide of money-makingness, I will basically be instructing to you motherfuckers how to make some decent amount of money before the evolution of Cox happened. Now, I really should have made this guide video probably like last week, but I was still kind of really experimenting, and you wanna know what? This is going to be somewhat of a merchanting updated type guide. I have merchanting guides in the past, but they're, for some of you guys, they're not really clear. So I'm going to kind of break down how to do merchanting, kind of like Barney style. The first thing and the rule and the most important thing to basically consider when merchanting is this. Everyone always asks me in my comments on the video, basically in private messages, just on Runescape in general, what item do I use to flip shit around and basically make a profit from? It doesn't matter what item you use, because if I tell you guys what item, then I'm probably most likely not going to use that item again. Not to mention, you don't really want to keep using the same item, because it really doesn't work like that. But the way that I'm actually making a decent amount of money, I actually made probably roughly around 25 to 30 mil in the past week because of Jagex releasing the bulletin saying, hey, we're installing Evolution of Cox in 15 days. So what do you think that basically caused a lot of people to do? Sell everything! Yes! And when you sell everything, items fucking crash. So basically, I'm going to show you guys some little tips and tricks on how to make money from rising and crashing items on this game. The very first and foremost thing that you must need in order to do this guide successfully is money! If you do not have money, then you need to watch one of my other guide videos on how to make money, and then you can come back to this fucking video. Because this video does not work if you don't have any money. So if you got nothing, smack yourself in the face and in the balls, and go to sleep, my friend. For example, we will be using an item that tends to crash and rise a lot in this game. Actually, more so crash. Yes! The Asshole God Sword! How do you flip a crashing item? It is actually really, really easy. As you can see, this is the med price. So, let's say this item is decreasing about 500 to 800k a day. What you would want to do is you would want to try buy this item for maybe 12, maybe 12.6, right around, you just try buy the item about maybe 1.5 to really 2 mil below the med price. So right around roughly, 13, maybe 13.5 and stuff. Now, the reason why you buy below the med value when an item is crashing is because people are fucking selling it for really, really low goddamn prices because they know it's crashing, so they have to get rid of it. So, let's say you buy one God Sword for fucking, let's say, 12.6 mil. And you know the med price is 15.5. You will then want to sell that Asshole God Sword for around 14 mil. You always want to sell below what the med price is on the crashing item, because tomorrow the crashing item could be like 14.8 mil. So that's why the item will not sell right at med price. You always gotta sell below med price. But then again, you'll be making a little bit of a profit. And if you have 10, well then you'll be making a lot of a profit. Now, if the item is rising, how do you flip a rising item? It's actually really, really easy. All you have to do is now buy above the med price. So let's say an Armadillo God Sword is increasing by fucking like 1 mil a day, or 1 mil every 36 hours whenever the GE is updated. You will then want to buy above the med price, and then you're going to sell above what you sold, you basically bought it for. Now the only problem is this. I have gotten fucked by Jagex from doing this method. It's actually really, really risky to flip rising items. Reason being is because a rising item will reach its peak. Kind of like with Divines. I bought my Divine Spirit Shield for 885 mil. Right now it's about 355 mil. Fuck you, Jagex! Fuck you and your mom! Fuck her all day long! I have lost a lot of money. I really have. It's kind of depressing, but I bit my tongue and I kept the fucking divine, and I will continue keeping the divine. But I will say this. If you flip a rising item, it can crash on you, which then you're going to lose money. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. But if you're flipping a crashing item on this game, like let's say you buy an AGS for 13 mil because it's crashing, and if tomorrow that Armadio Godsword is rising, well, guess what? You can now sell above the fucking med price, and you can make a lot of money. I have gotten really lucky with this shit before, because if you guys remember when Dragon Defenders came out and everyone was basically selling their fucking DFS and shit, I did the smart thing and bought a whole bunch of DFSs when they were crashing. And then when people realized that a DFS and a Dragon Defender isn't that much different, they wanted to buy back their DFS. And I sold my DFSs on a rising market. It was glorious. So, to basically sum this guide up, that is pretty much what you do for flipping items. It doesn't really matter what item you use, you just gotta really find an item out there. You can use an AGS, you can use a BGS. The only problem is this. Let's say a Dragon Fire Shield. A DFS is worth absolute shit, as you basically see, 3.4 mil. A DFS is not going to crash by 500k a day. Reason being is because a DFS doesn't have enough space to crash by 500k a day. It's probably only going to crash maybe by like 100k or something like that. So if you're flipping DFSs, then you're not going to want to try buy it for like 1.9 mil. You're going to want to buy it for like, maybe 2.6 or maybe like 2.8, 2.9, and then try sell right around 3.2, which you're still making somewhat of a profit if you really think about it. The item really dictates, and the price value also. If an item is worth 100 fucking mil, like for example, a divine is worth a lot of moolah, as you basically see. It is worth 3... It's even crashing anymore. With these type of items, since it's, has a higher value, you're probably going to want to buy, somewhere maybe a little lower, and then sell fucking right near the med. Or it really depends. But if I were you guys, stay away from divines. I have had nothing but bad luck with them, and I've got burnt on them. Stay flipping items, kind of like Dragon Claws, AGSs, BGSs, Zamorakian God Swords, Sarah Swords, Dragon Fire Shields, basically any shit like that. Can you actually do flipping items of like a Dragon Med Helm? Absolutely. You can flip Dragon Med Helms all day long. The only problem with flipping a Dragon Med Helm, or a goddamn Dragon Helmet, is this. It's only worth about 60k. So you can buy a whole bunch of these, maybe for like 54, and then sell for maybe like 50. You won't make any money. I've had people say this to me in the past. Is a Dragon Helm a good item to flip? You make money, but you won't get rich off this fucking item. Oh, not a good time. Another thing you guys gotta remember is it takes a while for the item to come in, and it takes a while for the item to sell. So while you wait a day and maybe a day and a half, go farm, go fletch your balls off, and do whatever. That basically concludes my little happy guide of flipping, crashing, and rising items. Hopefully this guide has helped you somewhat to understand what you need to do and stuff. And we all remember that you need money. If you do not have money, then you cannot fucking buy items, which means you can't flip them and make more money. If you got anything for me, or if you got any questions, you can leave it in a nasty dirty little comment. If this guide helped you, then you can thumbs it up. And I will see you happy motherfuckers tonight when I go and fight an asshole in the sky. See you motherfuckers later. Bye.